try to find more like a novel aspects of the pathological the Alzheimer's disease。就是昨天下午也有介绍，我曾经做过一些研究，就是关于老年痴呆和学习记忆能力的一些分子学和的一些基本的通道啊、通路啊，在我们神经通路上面的一些研究。但是呢，也做过一些临床的治病啊什么，就是发现感觉到现在还没有很好的治疗的方法，所以呢而且学习佛法比较喜欢念佛啊，然后 meditation 啊、打坐啊，你发现对自己有帮助，然后就想这样可不可以帮助更多的病人，所以就愿望说去成立一个 program， 做一个临床的研究，做这个 meditation 和念佛是不是可以帮助这些一些病人，比如说老年痴呆呀，比如说精神mental disorders， 就是depression anxiety 这样的病人。So I was frustrated to be a junior neuroscientist and neurologist. I saw a lot of devastated patients who are suffering from mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, or insomnia due to the Alzheimer's disease or multiple sclerosis, as well as like a dysautonomia, because we have the autonomic system in our body, like a sweating, heart rhythm regulations, and bowel movement, which is nerve innervated by the autonomic system. So which means we don't have to think about that. Our heartbeat, we never think about to let heart stop or let heart beat. So it's just autonomically never stop. The heartbeat never stop. The bowel movement is the same. So, however, I was frustrated because the patients didn't get completely cured. There's no feel like hopeless for myself. And some of the prescriptions, the current prescriptions, did not only, they might help a little bit for the symptoms. However, the side effects and some other sufferings from the medicine, and such as some of the medicines like for the MS, multiple sclerosis, they can ease the progress of the multiple sclerosis. However, some of the medicine can develop the cancer, breast cancer. What about that? But when you ask the neurologist or MS specialist, they will answer you that you need to go to the women health. So I just manage the neural system. But as a human being, we need to consider a human as a human body is one. We cannot separate them. So how are we gonna help them? How can I manage those? So because I've been listening to Master Ching Kong's lecture for years. And in his lecture, he talked about science. He talked about the cutting edge science, physics, quantum physics. What the truth in the universe? What the truth of nature? Why we're here? What is human being? What is the connection and correlation the human being to the outside of the world? Are we really separated? Or are we the same? Are we the oneness? Or we're just like a single cell in our bodies that each other have the connections? Or synchronized, or so this, which is all talked in the Master Ching Kong's lecture. 就是受净空老法师的讲经的影响，在他的讲经过程中讲到很多自然科学、未来的医疗，就是说我们可以通过意念来治疗。讲到很多这个量子力学的原理，所以就自己决心想去放弃这种传统的现在的这种治疗方法，想去 开展一条新的道路，帮助人们治疗身体的疾病，从根本上。So, as the lectures talk is that if we want to manage something or treat something, we need to manage the root, like a tree. We need to find out why the leaf turn yellow, a lack of the mechanism or lack of the any elements, and we need to manage the root. Like the flower in the vase, it's beautiful. However, without the root, it will die in a few days. If we only dye the color, but it won't last long. The same as our human body. If there's some symptoms, we need to track down what exactly happened, and we need to manage that. We're not going to just cover the color or face, or manage like a pain, a chronic pain, which will give the painkillers, or is to kill the pain. The pain is a phenomenon. So what caused the pain? And what is the reason of the cause to the pain? We need to dig down and find out the reason and manage that. That can solve the whole problem. So I was inspired by the lectures of the Master Jin Kong taught, and he also gave us an example with the water crystal exam. How many of you heard or listened know about the water crystal exam? Great. So let me briefly explain what is water crystal exam. So this is a connection between our consciousness, our mind, to the outside of the world, the environment. A very famous scientist, about 20 years ago, he studied use of purified water or bottled water bought from the same brand. And it's just a talk or either loudly or silently talk to the water, either compare like the two groups. One use very nice words like I love you or thank you or something, or Buddha or God or Jesus. Another group, they tested the water to say some nasty word, I hate you, or go to the hell, or something. And they take the water right away to the freezer. And frozen water put on, when the water is frozen, and take underneath the microscope and check what's the color of the crystal formation of the water, two groups of water. So the water accepts the nice words or nice thoughts from the person, amazingly created like they found like a beautiful color, a beautiful picture crystals. Another group receiving the words of like nasty words like go to the hell or I hate you or not, I'm never gonna forgive you. The water crystal picture was so ugly, which is same as to our body. But 90% of our body is made up by water. The outside of the cell and inside the cell, all the fluids are the water. The basic elements of the water. If we always contain the nasty thoughts, think about how we're gonna alter our body. If we always have the compassionate or loved or big hearts in our mind, and you can imagine how it could alter our body. We can manage our thoughts. We can manage the fluid in our body. But 90% of our body is managed based on experiment. So we can manage 90% of our body and how healthy we will be. So this is the reason I'm starting this meditation program. Use the Buddhism principles and the ethical thoughts to like such as a cleaning tool, clean our karma. It's a Buddhist term for karma. We use like general words. It's just the effect and the cause. Of course, if something happened, there's a reason. So if we can figure out the reason, of course, the conclusion will be changed. It's such a simple equation. So there's a lot of things I would like to talk here, but we have very limited time. Before I talk, I would like to ask everyone who please feel free to give me your question. Then I can answer the questions and apply those knowledge or the experience I have. Please. You have questions? You can ask about health, your health, or some like chronic disease, or your friends or families, or
Okay, I'll ask. So, for example, in my family, there is repetitive, like a grandmother had multiple sclerosis, a child was born with autism. So how do you, because I heard you say that Ho'oponopono, you can imagine them in your body. How do you help people that are not like autism, or that are not going to sit down and meditate and chant Amitofo? How do I imagine them in my body? Do I imagine their disease in my body? How can I help them?
it's a very great question. There is a very famous doctor psychologist who's in Hawaii who initiated this Ho'oponopono. Have you heard about the Ho'oponopono program or meditation? How many people know about that? Okay, the Ho'oponopono is used very simple 4 phrases. I love you, thank you, sorry, please forgive me. The background of this meditation is not talking to our body or like which he used those 4 terms to connect to the universe, to the divine. The basic knowledge, the basic theory behind this underlying mechanism of this healing process is that to use those words, talking to the divine, let the divine to heal our abnormalities. His patients, he had like about thousands of the severe schizophrenia patients. Imagining a schizophrenia patient, how could they do the meditation? It's impossible. So he learned this program, he read their medical record, he was imagining he was the person who's reading the medical record. And he did this on behalf of the patient, each by each, 30 minutes per day, and about 4 weeks or 8 weeks afterward. Amazingly, a lot of patients wouldn't say that completely healed, but their symptoms are significantly decreased. So then he realized the whole universe, he can talk to the divine, and divine come back, the energy of the divine come back to the patient to heal the problem of the patient. This is also what I'm interested in, that we could find a bypass of the pathology of the disease. In a way, it probably, because traditionally we just manage to correct the abnormality of the molecules, genes, DNAs, or proteins, use the pharmaceutical strategy, or use like lasers or radiations, chemotherapy. Those are some interventions, like a materialized intervention. So what about our thoughts? It's powerful, based on quantum physics. So based on quantum physics is every single person or being, or even animals, we are in the same galaxy. So each body or each person is like one single cell in our body. If one cell got some problem, we can use some the rest of the healthy or normal parts of the body to come back to heal that one. So this is the way why, this is the reason why the one healthy person, if completely sincerely when helping one person who's ill, who doesn't have the ability to do the meditation, and he apply like a drag the energy, the energy of the divine to apply that person who meant to be there. So this is a philosophy on the basic the mechanism of the quantum physics. Use the quantum physics to the medicine. So yeah, where our programs are doing is we use very basic so studies just to find out so what is difference between brainwave by the EEG to check the brainwave, how the people when they're doing the meditation with the Ho'oponopono, I love you, thank you, sorry, please forgive me, or chanting the Amitabha. Like this morning we talked about the Amitabha's name, the Buddha's name contains the infinity positive energy, because there contains the merit of the Buddha. We apply the merit of the Buddha to help ourselves. We are very vulnerable. However, if we apply the positive energy, we're going to the right direction. Thank you.
我不是很明白，你帮我翻译成中文好不好？
谢谢。
大概
对不起，
我不完全明白，因为有些医学方面的名词术语我不懂。
好，就是说这个为什么这个 Ho'oponopono 可以管用？其实我们昨天已经解释过，就是比如说一个病人他老年痴呆，或者是他精神非常的不健康，他没有办法做这个 meditation 或者是念佛或者是做 Ho'oponopono 的时候，那怎么去帮助这一个人呢？就是说我们用至诚心，所谓的至诚感通，就是通了嘛，通了就神了。就是这老法师讲的，就是用一颗至诚的心，就像昨天讲那个病例，就是说那个妈妈愿意为这个孩子去死的去念佛的话，那个孩子1个星期他没有任何症状。就是说这种宇宙间的能量它是通的，我们的障碍就是我们的心太小。昨天师父讲的，我们的心不够大，所以我们的能力没有通，我没有神通。神通其实当然我也明白，就是只是引用老法师的话，神通很简单，就是你心足够大，你没有障碍了你就通了。因为宇宙间的能量本来是没有障碍的，那个电你插在哪里，电源插在哪里，灯插上去，灯就会亮；冰箱插了，冰箱就会作用。就是这样 ，microwave 它可以热饭，功能是不一样，但是它能量只是一个电而已。
I just want to sharing. So I'm a Oriental medicine doctor. I'm to the Zhenjiu acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine.
Yeah.
So when I treat a patient, I always keep my energy positive with when you put the needle. So and then I told my patient, think a positive way. Calm down, don't stress. And then also I will play the calming music. So when they lie down, there's a needle inside, they will go in sleep and relax.
Yes.
That's good, give a great result. So that's why when we talk with someone or patient, we using like a positive energy or positive word, something like that. That's already proven, and then they give it work,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah.
Thank
so-
you for your case.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
I think confidence and a positive.
Yeah, but when you give someone, you for me, in my opinion, I project energy from the above to give me.
Yeah.
And then I will retain my energy, not give all to the patient. If I give all the patient, I drain my energy and then I become too tired and then sleep. That's why that's my technique.
Thank you so much for your story. I think it's very, very interesting.
Yes.
My sister and my mom, my sister she's an acupuncturist. She actually not directly same as your method to apply the energy to the patient. However, she is also a Buddhist follower. She when she does the needle to the patient, she's chanting Amitabha or Bodhisattva Guanyin to to try to transfer the energy, not to her, and she's not an immediate, just directly just chanting Amitabha to that patient. And so probably you can bypass for yourself and directly ask. I think this is a very good question for that master to answer this. 师傅，他说他是一个针灸师，然后他是那个用中药啊什么。他说他在给病人治病的时候，就是他会观想，就是说这些正能量啊，先到他身体，然后他再用这个能量给经过他，然后再把能量给病人。但他所以他有时候觉得很累。然后我说是不是可以直接就观想用佛理加持，不用经过他，然后这个大家也
你看差不多。对，你讲。
现在讲
啊，
再讲。
很好啊，这是真的，就是所有的事情都是心作用，真正的你发心来可以帮助病人，帮助朋友，帮助所有的人，都是从我们我们佛教有很多的这种慈悲心，修这个中医，表示如来佛，修习。表示如来佛的加持，就像我们有些人学佛的人，有些修习的，以前我们上课的时候有讲过，就是说，如果你学习的时候，就像你这个引申是我们的，就是佛一样，就是这种可以看它，就是它是救人的一个。以身就变成佛来的，而这些药就是变成法，这种我们就可以自己信，就是说这些医生都是佛的化身来救人，要是如来佛的化身，要是如来的派来可以救大家，然后这些药我们这里就是法一样的，就是帮助这些。就是一样的这种，我们就心，就像我们学佛、念佛，有相信这种，每个人有这种本心，这种菩萨，这种慈悲，每个人都有能力，各有各的意愿不同，世界不一样，但是就是有真正的这种，我们可以，一善可以这样想，我是帮助别人，就是这种，当然是相信佛法的人呢。那就更非常好，因为他知道因果，知道这个怎么做才是能够可以道德，有相信因果那就有道德，他就可以治病，是很容易的事。如果没有道德的医生那就害人。所以这个是非常很重要的地方，对吧？我们觉得有些医生现在我们的很多的病，各种各样的疾病，但是呢，这些药，有些药就是他们知道，就是有些真的杀人的，很多的这种不需要药，大家就是一些医院有一些医生就专门给很多大家吃了这个药，比如说头痛的药，吃了之后呢，然后有这个胃就有坏了。我的药吃了，头就又坏了，等等，这边好了，那边不好，所以这个药的重要是很厉害，所以现在 就是这个 Sophia，她本人是医生啊，就她说做药啊伤肾真的很厉害，而且就是好像帮人还是害人的，就是害人比较多，因为这些药都是副作用的，完全是没有什么。当然是医生赚很多钱的，医生大家很多人都很有用，可是你赚不到赚这个钱是真的非常糟糕的一个事。所以就是说，我们要希望可以不同的方式医学它不认同宗教，科学它不认同宗教，但是没关系，可以用他们的名字，那我们要帮助这些病人，帮助这些需要的人，可以修行的来，可以就像念佛这种。但是是不是我们佛法就没有这个能力，一点靠一些科学医学？不是这样。佛法是佛法的能力跟力量是超越了整个人类、整个世界、整个地球。但是呢，现在的人就是需要这种各种方法来可以引导，所以就是我们要就是拿拢，希望可以老法师的教诲说，大家都将来呢，西方国家呢，科学跟医学来可以佛学的一个帮助的话，那就利益更多人。昨天讲过，大概是这个样子，可以吗？
let me briefly explain, translate what he mentioned is that in the Buddhism medicine, you know the Buddha of the medicine, right? Medicine Buddha. So when you are a doctor, when you are treating a patient, you can imagine yourself as a Buddha of medicine. You don't have to, because as a human being, you have limitation. You don't need to apply your energy to the patient, but directly, direct the energy of the Buddha to the patient. And another thing is that as a doctor, as a physician, we want to take care of the patient, not only physically, but spiritually, ethical. So as I talked earlier before, is the consciousness is the foundation of the physical body. And I also talked about yesterday is so based on quantum physics is the cutting edge findings that all the why I like to use that term, why the consciousness, why the mind matters. Why does it matter? Because consciousness is matter, and matter is consciousness. What does matter? Is that really exist? So the solid material and the liquid and the air, it's just different types. What is the difference of them? The density. How the density comes from? It's a concentration of the field. So as the famous physicist talked, his name is Bax, the mentor of the Albert Einstein, is that there's no such things called matter. It's only consciousness. As the master also said, as a doctor, fortunately, we study the Buddhism, we study the ethics. We need to utilize those as a foundation elements to use them deliver to the patients, the people we have the opportunity to connect, deliver those information by treatment, by intervention. So this is our mission. And regarding a lot of the medicines, like the pharmaceutical strategy, we kill tons of the animals' lives, rats, mice. Are they deserve to be satisfied to develop those medicine, or we could have million times of the failure with the pharmaceutical medicine for treating one disease or one condition, the master asks, is that ethical to sacrifice their lives to treat one condition for a human? We should be equal. On all the beings on earth should be equal. So this is a briefly translation. Anybody has question?
阿弥陀佛。像这个水试验，像我们用我们的念力来表现在水上，是不是可以想象我们在念佛回向的时候的那种状态？我们把我们的念力回向给我们也需要回向的人，是不是可以这样解释？如何用科学来解释回向这个佛教这种现象？其他宗教也有祷告去为谁去祈祷，是不是可以去解释一下？用科学的原理方法。
Thank you. It's a very great question. And teacher one asked a question about how to explain apply the Buddha's energy to the patient or to the students we want to help. So what is the basic theory, the scientific explanation? So this is I would like to explain that based on my research and what I have learned is that so we want to talk about quantum mechanics and quantum intelligence. So we're talking about this is that every single individual is not separated. We are use a metaphor, so we're like a single cell in one body. So there's actually in the universe or in a cosmos, there's only thing exists or permanent. It's energy. Our body is altering second by second. When you look at your 10 years old picture, it's different. When you're 100 years, is everything changing? Second by second, millisecond by millisecond. However, what caused that change? Because our thoughts never appear the same in every single second. So all the phenomena is like a movie, like a screen phenomenon. So what is the background or what makes that change? It's our thoughts. Our thoughts is like a very high frequency of the sequence of the how do you say that, the consciousness. Every single tiny consciousness making the background with like a blueprint then represent on the screen. We only see the phenomenon on the screen, but through that phenomenon on the screen, we know what they're thinking because we cannot catch up what we're thinking. Can you catch up one thought? When you try to catch one thought, maybe like tons of the thoughts already gone, and we even didn't realize that. So he said back to the question, how to explain transferring of energy, the Buddha to like one person praying like a prayer, like some Catholic church or some Christian church, they use the prayers. And why the prayers works? Why the hospitals use the prayers? Because if we sincerely praying for one person, we apply our concentrated consciousness, drive those energy to that person to manage the field of that materialize the physical body of that person. How could not change the status of that person, the physical status? Very much. 回向。
我们不是回向，我问可以就是健康要吃什么比较可以，就像我们念佛人啊、学佛人、吃素的人就可以了。 有什么可以叫吃东西能够可以有营养，又可以不会生病，那我们还需要，因为我们吃素嘛，那吃素的人需要有点需要可以怎么做才能够可以最好，可以多。
Okay, the master asked, so talk about nutrition. So what is the most, how we should like eat? Well, what kind of food we should eat? Because a lot of the Buddhists are vegetarian, and not only the Buddhists, I believe nowadays a lot of American people who like to eat the veggie. So how to eat the veggie and how to be a healthy vegetarian. It's not my study, but it's my research, and also I study the Yin Guang Fashi, Master Yin Guang, who is a great master, passed 60 years ago, who actually, based on a documentary with the Buddhist, he is a real Bodhisattva, born on the earth to help the human being. He gave a lot of the suggestions to how to eat, what is most healthiest food, and he recommends eat the as a very fancy words is we should eat the food grow on a plant, not processed food first. The second is that like wheat flours contains more nutrition than rice, so we better eat like organic wheat flours. Based on the nutrition study, it contains like more minerals, vitamins compared to the rice. We need to eat like in a portion or like a proportion of the food, like we need to like eat the like wheat flour products rather of course with the like veggies and fruits. Here I would also like to share why I am a vegetarian. I am vegetarian not directly because I'm a Buddhist. The most so the first reason because it's more healthier. Why is that? When we're eating animal, not eating the meat, sorry, we need to kill the animal. During the process, sacrifice the animal, are they happy during the moment? Of course not. Except he is a Bodhisattva or Buddha. If he has bad emotions, of course, during a very like urgent moment, the body will create tons of the toxic elements or molecules, chemicals in the body. When we eat the meat, of course we eat swollen the toxic molecules or chemicals created by the moment the animal dies. The first thing, of course, we eat a lot of the chemicals in his body. And second, think about how many diseases nowadays are appeared. Of course, we only check the human's disease, like some subtle tumor. We never realize this person had tumor or cancer cell in the body. Of course, there's a lot of the tumors, invisible tumors or cancers exist in a meat or in an animal before he died. I don't think the commercial manufacturing will check whether this guy had tumor or not and take off from market. I don't see that. So who knows that? And not to mention how the people, the manufacturer raised the animals, giving them what kind of food they done, the hormones and the chemicals. So it's quite dangerous. Not talk about any like the afterlife or feeling or compassion. To talk about the health itself. So this is my opinion. So does anybody have a question?
我想你讲一下他问的那个问题，中文的，因为我英文不是那么好，懒得听的。
刚才
啊，关于回向，
关于回向，对不起啊，就是关于回向那个，我们就说用科学的方法来解释，就是说老法师讲的，就是在量子力学里面，现在讲就是说整个宇宙其实就是一个能量，物质它是一个现象，暂时存在的，它在不停的变化，然后这个能量嘛，你很用心的时候，你就可以把这个能量从这边带到那边。因为其实我们人生存在这个宇宙当中，和大树、草一样，它都是靠着这个能量。没有这个能量了，那这个物体的东西它就没有生命了。那这个能量是从哪里来呢？就是从很强的这个意识来的。如果你很用心、真诚的，就是说去为一个人去祈祷，为一个人去念佛的话，那你的这个很强的能量就是所谓的加持嘛，就加持到这个人身上。这个很强的这个意识的能量加到这个病人身上，因为身体就是一个能量场，就是一个心的这么一个相。你这个心这个底板变了，那当然那个相就变了。其实就是说人和人就是一体的嘛，整个宇宙是一体嘛。They talk about like the universe, the whole universe, the oneness. We said the different phenomena, but when you dig down, there's only one thing, our thoughts. 可以吗？
那是吃什么中午餐？
哦，
我
不好意思，
我看英文不好。
就是刚刚法师就是说，给大家介绍一些饮食的安全问题和吃什么。对于我们学佛的来说，多数人是吃素的，那么怎么样吃素很重要。其他的我就先不讲啊，就是说在印光大师的文钞里面讲了很多治病和吃营养的东西，很有营养，可以就中文里面叫补气。The increased energies of wheat flour 就是小麦的制品，就是面食，但是一定要是地上长出来的啊，不是那个买的那个方便面呐、什么挂面呐，这些那是工厂里出来的，已经有很多化学的东西了。就是说小麦的制品它可以补气，从西医的角度讲，它有很多 vitamin 啊，有很多矿物质啊 mineral， 就是这样子。比 rice 比米呢是有营养的，因为印光大师讲过说，这样他的原话就是说，吃了他有光就是印光大师他本身他光吃素吃麦以后呢，就是精气很足，但是吃米呢就只可饱腹，米呢只是用西医现在讲就是什么 carbs，碳水化合物，就是不容易补气，只是可以不饿，就这样子吧。就是从主食的方面讲呢，就是吃小麦好一些，尽量的吃那种比较黑一点的叫 whole wheat flour 好一些，还有呢吃菜嘛，这肯定是水果啊，这些大家都会吃。然后比如说对，还有吃素的人 ，regarding the vegetarian，so what about the people will ask where's the protein from？ 人们可能会说那缺蛋白怎么样？现在我们很多学佛的人也说那没有蛋白，要吃鱼啊，要吃肉啊。那其实比较起来，像一种饮食叫Mediterranean cuisine，right？They eat a lot of the beans, eat a lot of the nuts. That contains a lot of proteins and minerals. If we don't eat the meat, the proteins source could be， 就是说不吃肉的话，可以吃豆类啊，吃 nuts 坚果啊这些，它里面有很多营养，就可以完全去代替这个肉里面的蛋白和一些矿物。那就是说，我就讲了一下我自己为什么要吃素，就是先不讲学佛不学佛，就从健康的角度讲，吃肉的话，那就想象一下这个动物，它在临死的时候，它是很恐惧的，那么它会产生很多的毒素，这个都不用想。 那在我们吃肉的同时，把它临死的时候产生的这个毒素就吃下去了。然后呢，就是现在人类都有这么多疾病，我们人类吃的这么精细，都有这么多疾病，我就不想，好像我们还没有见到过说哪家做肉的厂，他要看一下哪一个动物，给他做一个全身检查有没有 cancer 啊，有没有什么呀，有没有癌症啊？那我相信有一些动物是得了 cancer，得了癌症的。那吃肉的时候，你能挑出来哪一块没有 cancer，哪一块有 cancer 吗？所以也是很简单的一个原因了，就是这样子。
谢谢。问题吗？
Any question?
I do have a question in regards of food. For example, in my house, my wife and my kids, all of them have a ton of allergies to everything. So, my wife particularly, she cooks one thing for herself and she does only our food because she thinks that we won't eat what she eats. And then she has to prepare something else for the daughters because they have this allergy to this and allergy to that and allergy to that. And so then it's really hard for us to even have a meal together because we cannot eat the same things. So everybody has that. And to me, it seems like it's more of an idea that she has than it is. But we did take the girls to the doctor and they did give us a list of all the allergies that they have. So it was really, she got that to heart and now it's really difficult to eat in the house. Unless she's not there.
So what is your question?
And so how would we do to eat? I mean, what do I do with the allergies or what, where do I get the food or what is it that I'm supposed to eat to prevent all these allergies?
Bring them here.
Yeah, all these allergies. Yeah. Hi for my wife. I think I answered. I got my answer right.
That is a challenge question. This morning during the breakfast, we also talk about why so much allergies nowadays. So why create so many allergies? So do you know what is allergy comes from? What is allergy? So the allergy is
It's a reaction to.
the reactions. Why we're same as I remember yesterday, one with the person asked about how to deal with the emotions when people criticize you. So the same here. So our body has to react to outside some allergens.
Mhm.
So the thing cause allergies, we call it allergen. When you're very sensitive to one certain thing or like a tons of list on the list,
Mhm.
so your body is very sensitive. You create antibody to attack, to protect yourself, attack those allergens. The things cause your allergy. So it's very mystery. The question and we don't know why our body is so sensitive to the food. And some people have so much cancer with it. So our immune system created antibody to attack those things and come back. The antibody attack our body and cause the allergies. So same as multiple sclerosis, this our body create immune system so high sensitively and create the antibody and attack our own tissue. So this is thing. So I think if you want to manage this, as same session as the master talked to you this morning. If you want to help the kids in the school, help your kids, probably you can apply the Buddha's energy to her and to minimize the hypersensitivity to the immune system. Hope she can, from we want to figure out the one thing we want to figure out the things, solve the problem from the root. If she doesn't have so much allergies, of course you can sit at the same table and eat the same food. So maybe this is a good cause to lead you to the deeply study the Buddhism. This is what I think. So I would ask master.
他说他家做很多饭，他的孩子有很多 allergy， 很过敏对食物，
所以没办法跟他一起吃饭。他说这很困难，每个人这怎么解决？我说可以跟人家
多去大坐念佛，念佛大坐，哎，meditation，真的，我们现在刚刚讲的所有的跟他有关系的这些打坐，然后去念佛，这个打坐的所有的打坐就是要真的，我们现在的人的很多的压力跟麻木，这种烦恼当中呢，真的我们这睡眠不足啊等等很多的困扰，就是说一直在，要不然的看东西，要不然一直听人家的也好听东西，要不然的话我们的问题一直在想，从来我们没有休息的这种事情。所有的休息的性，就是说，不是说去睡觉，床上面躺下来就休息，不是这个休息。所谓的休息，就是你听，不要去听，不要去看，不要去思考，完全可以静下来，就像我们念佛一样，我们完全是放在这个佛号上面。这个才是休息。很多人说哦，休息我就要喝个茶，坐一下，这不算是真正休息，不是休息。休息就是我们心整个都可以定下来，尽量完全是不要把任何的事情放松，不是睡觉，就是很放松的那种很状态，完全不要去听、看、思考、想。什么都不要，这样的一个放松的一个休息。这种心呢，有没有办法1分钟，或是说2分钟、3分钟，慢慢学？如果这种精神出来的话，就像我们念佛一样，就像我们有的时候念佛念得很认真、很用心、心很静的时候，一点都不累。怎么样的没有睡觉都没有问题。如果我们的杂念啊，有些有的没有的一些，真的你没有用心休息这种方法来去念的，然后又做的，那就很累。为什么？就是我们要知道自己没有真正的休息，所以呢，就是虔诚的很多的外面的一些东西进来了之后呢，你就累。如果你真正心清，还休息清净，完全是不要干扰到这些东西，那你就一点都不累。晚上没有睡觉都没关系，真的。有时候我们没有睡觉，整个晚上有时候真的很忙，有时候这边跑那边跑到这边的怎么样的，真的没有休息。但是你可以打坐5分钟、10分钟。1个晚上生命都够了，这是真的，我这些经历的，我自己都有这样的。
The master said the best way to do the meditation in chanting Amitabha. Of course, it's not only Amitabha, but here we're talking the Pure Land, we're talking about Amitabha. But he talking a very important topic is that the resting, how you identify the resting. People think well, look at the tablet, or watching a movie, or having a tea, sit down, or sleep. When we're talking about the resting, we always think the first impression is sleep. Is that real rest? He said when you really deeply like immerse your thoughts, not attached to any things like visualized outside of the world, or what you're hearing, or to smell, or use like a sixth sense, or not to ease your wandering thoughts. That is a real rest. Because when you're sitting there, it looks like your body is rested. However, your mind is so busy. It's not. We do not call that as rest. So, resting is don't let anything disturb your thoughts, even your own thoughts. Just sit there, not thinking of anything. So we used to like, it's very hard to not think anything. That's why we're checking one term, the Buddha's name, to replace all of the other junks in our mind. So regarding what you talk about, how can you guys gonna eat in the same table? And the teacher Wang also asked why we pray for one person, and that person even didn't know you were praying for him or her. It could help that person. Let me give you the example. A very fascinating case I had for my own patient who had severe anxiety and depression. She doesn't know why is that, but she's just not happy and she's so anxious. When she's writing something, her hands were shaking. And after the Ho'oponopono program, amazingly, I would say she was healed. Her depression and anxiety is gone. Not only with that, during the time her mom was sick and she was in emergency room, need to remove her gallbladder, her mom. And she asked me, she called me, she said, what should I do? How can I help my mom? I said, probably you can, because I gave her some basic knowledge about quantum physics, and one person could, like really close people, one person could pray for another one. I told her, so why don't you try to Ho'oponopono and you pray for her, for your mom, on behalf of your mom. And she did that. Amazingly, after her surgery, her surgery was so successful. And after that, solved one very critical problem in her life, her mom's problem. Her mom is like over 80. She's a lonely old lady. She has a lot of the children and grandchildren, but barely have the people to visit her. She was very lonely in the room. And that's all, which also, confused, bothered her, my patient. She just did the Ho'oponopono for her mom. She's praying to let her recover as soon as possible. Not only her medical, her health condition healed, solved, but her mom, the whole living situation changed. She said, I don't know why this happened. Her grandchildren and her children just came to visit her, take turns to take care of her. This never happened in her life. My mom's whole living situation changed. I didn't ask anybody's help, but it's because this happened here. Nobody can explain. This is the amazing part of the science behind with the chanting or meditation or transferring energy to the person we love. And this amazing part of the philosophy. Thank you.
有网上一个同修发了一个分享啊，他说有人提问过敏的问题，他说我的孩子以前也有过敏问题，他好了啊，他说他的经验是调整肠胃的益生菌啊，戒糖，少吃动物蛋白啊，这是他的分析，这是上面他说上面这是我的经验。
Yeah, I really appreciate this person. I don't know who he or he is. She or he give the suggestion. This person Kate had allergies, and he or she just gave stop eating too much sweet and the protein, the animal protein, and gradually the allergy is gone. Yeah, it's actually the animal protein, as I talked early on, it contains some chemicals or toxics that's near that during the animal experience. So I believe this could help. Yeah, this is a great suggestion. Thank you.
我个人的一个疑问呐，也是疑问也是提问啊， 我小时候也是有鼻炎，很长的鼻炎史啊，所以前2年也有这个过敏的，春天啊过敏鼻炎。我在想是不是刚才说万物一体啊，既然是一体，既然都应该是融合的，那这种过敏是不是自身的对某些东西太过于执着排斥，或者我不喜欢这个人，我喜欢这个人，会不会从心上有这样的太多的执着，才会产生这种抗拒？还有是不是就是太多化学的东西破坏了我们身体的功能，让我们没有能量去包容，还是我们的心没有能量去包容？我在有这样一个疑问，自己的感觉，因为我有过敏的时候，我会感觉到不是他的问题，是因为是我的问题。为什么别人没有，我有？也可能是因为我的身体不够健康，我能量不够，所以我没有办法。他进来了，他没有办法让我很舒服，或者什么样的状态？是不是自身和自心的问题？
要问师傅。
啊，
过敏我不知道。
师傅问那个王老师问说，是不是太执着的问题？
应该不会嘛，这个都是有变化的，世界的变化，天气的变化，冬天、春天、夏天都会有一些。
我想谈我想谈这个问题，我也有案例，但是我是这么认为的哈，因为我们的 DNA 里面有认知的问题，因为我们 DNA 里面有认知的问题呢，所以我们认知太乱了，跟这个整体的 allergy 这个现象里面乱的东西很接近，它一出来我们就跟它搭上了，就很乱了，这个反应太快了。反应太灵敏了，所以它就出来一些乱象，就会有allergy。我是这么理解的哈。我觉得你讲的非常好。
真的，其实本来，please give me I will explain this in Chinese first and I will translate to English later. 其实你讲的这个过敏啊，过敏它是或者一会儿让这位医生也可以看一下，就是说他讲。就是其实疾病本来不管是什么疾病，它都是一种不平衡。就说为什么这个人有 allergy， 这个人没有 allergy， 他对那个花生就过敏，有的人就要窒息不能呼吸，有的人吃了很好没有问题。花生是一个人不一样，所以那肯定这个 allergy 过来 allergy 是人的问题。这当然是。这个身体，每个人的身体也不一样嘛，从来没有2个人长得一模一样的。但是从根本上来讲，还是因为我们的念头不一样，所以长相不一样。如果2个人总是想一样的东西，就越来越长得就像。就是很多家人为什么越长越像，因为每天的经历一样，所以越来越像。所以这个身体也是，你要是其实任何疾病都是一种最简单的一个词，就是不平衡。怎么去平衡？你们练武术的呀，练太极的呀，应该这个更明白一些，就是怎么去调节，就是怎么去转化吧，应该是这种，就阴啊、阳啊、多啊、少啊，反正都得有。然后就怎么去调节，怎么去，就你讲的这个，叫什么忍？所谓的忍，其实就是一个适应啊。你不能适应了，你就 allergy 了，你就跟它反抗了。你要适应了，什么都适应了，就没有 allergy 了，就没有抵抗了，它就不会发生这种打架的这种行为。So his question is about allergy, where it looks like we're stuck on allergy problem. A lot of people are suffering from the allergies like pollens, the sprains. Yes, and he give very great thoughts about what is allergy, why I am allergic to something, like such as like one piece of the peanut. Why this person doesn't have any problem with actual swollenness, what this is a peanut, but I create like a trough or something like a near experience. So why is that? Of course, the one piece of the peanut is the same, but two individuals are different. So I explained, so all of the disease, we can use a very one simple words that's, so we're in the bodies, we call it the harmony body. When you're very harmonious status, we are healthy. Wherever has imbalance, it could happen some abnormalities when given a term of the disease, certain name of the disease. The basic way to treat or manage the conditions is to regulate the imbalance part to the balanced status. So how the balance come from? It's a term in a practitioner of the Buddhism, they call tolerance. So we use another term in the medical term, we call adaptation. If we could adapt everything, then we create a superpower as Buddha. But we just have different spectrum in the tolerance or adaptation. That's why we're different individuals. So from the basic how to treat the allergy, I'm not an expert with allergy or immunology doctor, so it's not my expertise. But based on the philosophy of the medicine, is we just need to, like a harmony, the inner world harmony, and the balance, the physical condition. So do you have any thoughts on that? Or have good questions?
Okay, thank you. So this is only my thought. Allergy is because the cause is our immune and our body immune system. So based on the Chinese medicine, there's the disease come from the two sides, internal and external. External like a pollution, something like that. Internal like a emotion, sad or too much joy, like that. So for the treat the allergy, I'm thinking that's you can do the like cleaning yourself by maybe with the food, so to clean the organ. So because when we inhale the air, there's much pollution outside, so much toxic inside. So that toxin is affect the organ. So that's why sometimes this can cause the immune low and make the person allergy. That's from the external. From the internal, we have like a stress temperament, always angry. I was too joy and too sad, something like that. That's we need to clean also. It's like a meditation. You clean the inside, and for the food, you clean the organ. So that's mine.
Thank you. It's very great.
我有个经验分享给大家，
这边
关于这个关于这个过敏，我以前也是在三藩市住，也是地方很潮湿很冷。我30几岁的时候都患上那个肺部痛啊，那个背后那个脊椎痛的阵痛，那个风吹进去上了这个地方啊，也是很冷啊，然后呢骨头都很痛，所以那我就搬到去金山那个洛杉矶的天气好一点了，然后去到那边呢，我那个过敏啊，有这个发粉啊，那边的发粉很严重。所以呢，那个时候的是在大学读书嘛，在跟碰到一个地方，也是当地打太极拳， 那个在学校的校园里，所以跟那些老太太当地那些中国华侨打太极拳，所以一直跟着人打，打了半年差不多了。我就发现自己的这个过敏了，消失了，就没有了。所以呢，我就可能这个打太极拳一直也不管打下去，也不用吃药，慢慢的好了。然后呢，就那个腰酸背痛也没了。可能那个时候，当时我也是刚刚接触到拜佛，来到去来寺那边拜佛，可能断语嘛，两样一起吧，会有这样的经验。对付那个过敏那种，我自己亲身经验的那个对付过敏。
谢谢。
好，打太极拳嘛，多打。
Thank you. This gentleman, he shared his experience how he deal with his allergy when he was in San Francisco. Was the humidity and the dryness were cold, make him had back pain and very severe allergies. And when he moved to Los Angeles, he found a team to practice Tai Chi. His answer for the allergy is to practice Tai Chi. So welcome to join. And another one is the gesture of the brain gesture could help the back pain. Yeah, I have the same experience. It's really good for if people cannot practice yoga and praying. Suggestion, prayer suggestions really helps. Thank you very much.
网上有一个问题啊，叫血门的事情。他说，在4年前长了恶性肿瘤，做了手术、化疗啊、放疗、化疗啊。6年前他接触净土，原来还有这么好的世界啊。他说他先生是独子，所以他就一定想要公公说孩子一定要有个孩子啊，也同意领养。但我们做了试管婴儿啊，最后剩下12个受精卵。他做了试管婴儿之前呢，就是他就问好几次医生，给那些就是医生那些受精卵不是他啊，这个不是对他非常肯定和我说，只是一个染色体啊。他问了好几次医生说受精卵不是人，这我不太明白。
生命吧，
不是生命啊，不是人啊，生命的。他非常肯定的和我说，只是染色体啊，只有放进母体开始发育，才是人的开始啊。所以他看到这个视频，大概意思就是造业啊、杀生啊。他请示一下这个问题，就试管婴儿和代孕的危害啊。这个他最近他说他最近复发，因为他有癌症复发，做了手术、放疗、化疗，手脚语言表达能力都不好。现在，
我想这个问题我先大概讲一下，从医学角度 ，I'll explain this question to you guys in a medical field, medicine ethical field, and afterward we should ask a master to explain that. 他讲的这个问题啊，其实是现在的一个叫医学道德的问题。现在很多这种 argument， 就有的人说受精卵是没有生命的，有的人说是有生命的，但是这个老法师在讲经的过程中说受精卵。那个时候它是有生命的，因为那个灵魂已经进去了。所以呢，就是说这种体外培养的这种，他们一般都是弄几个受精卵，然后选一个最好的，其他的就杀掉了。所以就有人就问说，那这是不是杀生呢？其实，在很多不光是我们佛教，在很多就比如说 Catholic 基督教啊、天主教啊都认为这就是已经和堕胎是一样的。这是从宗教的观点上讲的。从医学的角度上，现在他们还是在互相争吵。So this is a medical ethic question talking about the external IVF, right? You know that. So so they how would they say that cultivating the embryo, the outside the body, outside the utero in a tube. When one succeed, and they will like sacrifice the rest of the embryos. Are this real kill the life or not? Regarding based on the theory of the Catholic and the Christian, I also read that there's a killing a life. So, but I think I'm not very good at the medical ethic, as if I didn't start that. But I know this based on some publications that people are still arguing, right? Do you know about that? Yeah, that's my answer, and I found out, but we can follow up this question to find out how the community of the medicine they report. 那这个问题就是
那我们讲啊，医学方面都是问题。
对，他们就说这个受精卵是杀生吗？
是吧？肯定是杀生。在你理解一下，因为我不是很清楚这个问题。这个问题不是很清楚。对。
那就大概就是这样子。对，因为这个老板是也讲过的，是他可能是担心这个因果的问题。She probably worried about it. She had a tumor like 10 years ago or something like it. It's already now she's cancer free, but she's worried about have like externally the embryo, if they kill the rest of sacrifice the rest of the embryo, is that cause a bad karma? And she probably worried about whether the tumor or cancer will come back. Anyway, it's I'm not saying myself for myself, but based on what I heard from Master 净空法师的讲经来说，这应该是不受鼓励的吧。
我也有一个不知该不该说的一个问题呀，是这样的，我有关大麻的问题。可以说吗？
可以啊，
因为我很不理解，我是中国大陆出生人，我们在中国比较保守，在美国很多州已经大麻合法化了 ，OK， 但是我真的对于我个人来说，我是很不接受的。但是我现在问你的问题就是，我对大麻其实了解不多，我只知道它会上瘾啊等等，这样会危害很严重。但是有一些人跟我说，吃大麻比吸烟好一点。他们说我不知道哈，这个我不懂。我对医学我真的知道甚少，我不懂这医学方面，所以我特别想听听您的意见，是不是真的大麻比吸烟好呢？因为有个孩子说，你看父亲的吸烟了，我吸大麻有什么问题？比吸烟还好一点呢，至少对身体好。还有一个人说他是有忧郁症的，他忧郁症来的时候很难受，他就吸一点大麻，对于他来说会好一点，是这样吗？那么变成那个人呢，我就不知道该不该 stop him to 用大麻。因为我不知道，因为他有忧郁症，然后呢，他看医生了，吃药的，没不见得怎么好。
医生会给他大麻吗？
医生不是他，医生给他大麻，他自己吸大麻，他会觉得好受一点。
那肯定的呀。
所以呢，我就变成我不知道该不该阻止他，
但是肯定不要吸啊。
但是问题现在整个美国都是合法。
那和枪支是一样的，当然不是说 就这个大麻，这个我就是说啊，这个这样子的，大家就有一个就是在医学界有一个说法，就是他们有人说是吸大麻是不上瘾的，我觉得这个是不成立的，因为它就是让人去兴奋，然后他越用越那个，喝咖啡还能上瘾呢，吸大麻不上瘾吗？
是啊，我就是这么想。
然后说完，等一下哈，就是我以前的导师他是一个很有名的麻醉医生，麻醉医生接触很多那些药物止疼痛的嘛，当然是 opioid， 对吧？还有这些大麻啊什么这些成分他们都明白。他写过，他联合几个美国有名的麻醉医生和疼痛医生，然后写了一篇文章，就是反对这个大麻合法化。因为大麻合法化，大麻合法的话，那下一步就是更严重的毒品，就是本来就是一步一步来的嘛。当然吸烟也是不好的，所以这个爸爸想让这个孩子不吸大麻，就是师傅上午讲的说，觉得小孩不乖的话，那自己要先好乖起来，至少把这个烟戒了。So her question is about the legalization with the marijuana, whether it's appropriate or not. So I'm not a expert of like the painkillers or opioid or any like. But my mentor, he was a very famous anesthesiologist. He wrote a review paper to defend this like legalization, to criticize this legalization of marijuana. Somebody said marijuana is not addiction. Of course it is. If caffeine is, why not marijuana? So the marijuana is the first stage for the drug abuse. Of course it is. We're in a very critical stage to protect ourselves and our generations, our younger generations, not to be addicted to the drugs.
还有，它真的比吸烟没有对身体来说，大麻对身体的影响跟烟对身体的影响有什么分别？
这个问题很详细啊，就是，这也是每个人都不一样，可能有的人吸了一辈子烟，他没有得肺癌，但是大家都会说吸烟会得 cancer 啊，得癌症啊什么的。大麻它本身就是一种神经兴奋剂，那它的副作用太多了，比如说肠道的，反正和大脑神经相关的，它都会引起这个，就至少让这个人神经发育会有问题。如果是小孩的话，的神经发育肯定有问题啊。She asked about the side effect of marijuana, not talking about the side effect, the direct effect is very. If we don't control that, you could imagine how the scenarios, the marijuana abuse. So they could impact our central nervous system, or like guts, all the system could be affected if we addict to the marijuana or any drug. So this shouldn't be the question. We put this question on the table. It's a problem in this world. 都不要紧。
可以，还有问题吗？没有问题。没有问题啊。
没有问题。这个对，因为这上面也有人分享他说吸大麻不好，西医帮助不了抑郁症，自然疗法可以帮助抑郁症。师兄讲，
谢谢。
对，他说他说我认识一些中医师可以帮助抑郁症。对，同意主持人说的，美国止痛药上瘾，所以才有针灸合法化。对，都有帮助中医做宣传。对，中医是非常好。对
Yeah, the person who's on the Zoom, he or she also agreed that the traditional Oriental medicine could help depression from fundamentally. rather than use the marijuana or any drug. So the painkiller is the first step. Not talking about the antacids, but yes, the painkiller could gradually develop like addictions to a lot of the substance. So we should not legalize the marijuana.
In that sense, with the marijuana, and I've seen it in, teenagers are very much into it, very young age. And it is once they are already addicted to it, and a lot of it is very social. It is the way they socialize, and the way they get together, and the way they connect with each other.
Right.
It is a tie more than a mental or
Peer
understanding. Yeah, it is very much a connection that they have between each other. But once they are there, how to get them out? It is much harder because the social aspect that it involves is stronger than even the will to stop doing it.
It's a very good question for the teenagers. They want to, be in a community. So how it might when I was in a teenager, fortunately we didn't have the marijuana. We haven't heard about that yet. But we did have some other peer pressure, who's not appropriate behaviors or something. How could you get rid of that? From my own experience, it depends how strong your mind is. You need to be the person you want to be and not the person other people like. So this is your choice. And like what you learn and what you study, that this good choice is the most important for our life. This is my answer. 他就是问说是，比如说现在学校里面，他们讲到这个大麻合法化，就有很多10几岁的小孩，他们就是在一起玩嘛。就是如果你不跟他们一起吸大麻的话，好像就融不到这个团体，你就被孤立了。那怎么办呢？你就说但是你自己的选择，你没必要选择跟别人一样，你要选择你自己想成为的人，不是别人喜欢的什么。是不是？
对他的感恩哈，大家的问了很多问题也好，我这里呢互相的学习，科学也好，医学也好，这个有每个人的感觉也好，疾病也好，所有的事情我们都非常的尊重，互相的学习。但是我们的真正的这种也好，西方也好，有些真正的就是有些念佛人、修习人吃到一些洋葱啊这些味道重的东西，都心不会清净。尽量吃东西也一样，净空老法师讲，我们要清淡啊，你清淡了，你就清净了，就是和水，所有的菜都可以放在一起，不要去特别的这种。当然，我们是所有的这些大麻或者有些盐啊、酒啊，都没有会影响到我们的身体，会等等都会这种吃进我们的身体，就是冰水啊，还有些刺激到我们这个神经的东西，都会影响到我们的清净心，会有身体的副作用，都有，其实都是。为什么我们一些高岁大的，就是吃出清淡，很简单的，那就心就很清净，清净就没有什么病。所以就是这样一个东西。当然，所有的事都是很珍惜，还有可以学习，还有可以宣传，但是希望可以自己病痛也好，或者是说影响到我们这个小朋友啊，或者是说整个的，我都希望不要去可以产生这些不必要的，就真的不需要可以去学习，不要去认真。这是真的，我们要希望。
Yeah, the master gave us a very good conclusion. He said, not to mention about the substance. even when you are in a like a very purifying, clean mind, when you eat something like strong taste, spicy or onion, you feel disturbed. You feel like different. So regarding the Buddhism practitioner, we are not only protect our body, our physical body, we also protect our mind from the disturbances. So the very strong taste food could disturb our mind. The more simply, the more purified our mind, we prefer to eat the foods like less taste. Or regarding the water, if you're in a very calm state, you just need to drink some water. That's why some great masters, the practitioners, they eat very bland foods, but they got a joy from it. You have chaotic mind, and you will eat very strong taste like spicy or too much tasty. It's not helpful to clean our mind, to simplify our mind.
对，有些人喜欢吃很咸的东西，不是很好。有些人很喜欢吃油，油吃太多了也不好。所以原来他说的他的这个家人妻子是非常的一个胆固醇高的一个身体是真的。有些吃太多气实真的受不了，这样是很大的一个就是作用自己。可是有些人真的很喜欢吃这个气实，美国人很多人吃气实，吃牛肉，那心脏病很厉害，很明显，这些真的，所以我们都可以看得出来这些。当然是我们不能说所有的事情都不能吃、不能喝、不能用。如果这样讲的话，人家说佛法是小忌，有人这样讲的。那你们佛法是这个不能吃，这个不能喝，这个不能用，不是这样的啊，不是这个意思。但是我们真正的修习就是要怎么样，在这里的心可以清净，人呢比较单纯，都有这种关系的。但是我们可以通过这种所有的人的这个需要需求，或是说这个可以不可以好坏的等等，我们可以超越这种修习的慈悲心、清净心。如果有的话，每个人有这种修习的心有的话，这些都是很小的事，都是万事万物都可以通过修习超越。如果我们去喜欢成佛，等等，我们的目的就是要整个都可以转过来，转到自己心，就是修行念佛，念出的自己的业力要清净，可以念出来，不要念到这些万事万物有些外边的一些东西，不要影响到我的心。所以我们这个超越了这些念力、修行、清净，我们下一点功夫的话，这些就很容易可以清理干净。
Okay, regarding the eating habit, we should eat like less salty foods, less deep fried, less oil food, which not only harm our like cardio system, like the cardiovascular system, but also not good for purifying our mind. The more simplified our mind, and the more we you know we're not Buddhist practitioner or practitioner. We need to take the effort to transcend those desires, to like other taste bud or visualize which could distract your mind. So we need to stand there calmly, and we have the strength to defend ourselves, prevent ourselves be disturbed by those desires, those tastes, or any like hobbies. So this is the reason we are being a practitioner. When you're completely transcend and you're in a Buddha, you won't be disturbed or bothered by any outside the world.
再的话非常的感谢在今天大家的听闻也好，个人的这个学习也好，那个医生的那个科学也好，医学、国学都可以大家在一起。我们呢可以希望这个还是通过很多的学习，然后可以将来呢来到这个地方呢，希望可以好好来念佛。我们呢这么多的有机会，非常难得人生难得，佛法难闻。但我们要这么难得的机会，有个方便进入学会老师会给这么多年，那现在搬到这里，刚刚开始，那个马老师、黄老师他们都是很有幸，我们还可以希望，还有很多人都可以念佛净土，还有可以老法师的教诲、听话能干。能够好好的老老实实来这边念佛在座的能够可以祝福，能够可以所有的身边的家人朋友，通通可以来这里念佛，能够可以互相好好的学习。我个人是不同地方哪里都去，哪里都念，但是希望去到哪里做到哪里，都是我们自己的亲人家人一样的一个道场。通差道友都是我们都是父母兄弟，整个都是大家都是一样的，同时可以结了佛，所以能够祝福这一次来到这里是非常难得，非常难得非常的感恩，跟感恩所有的，不是外国人也好，中国人也好，或者到什么样大家都是一样，希望来可以多多念佛。多多学习那个老法师的教诲，然后就整个的是希望可以祝福大家。
Thank you everyone for being here for 2 days. It's a very rare opportunity to be here. We tracking meditating, and share some medical knowledge and approach to each other. Studying and learning from each other. It's a very good opportunity. I appreciate for the effort with the teacher Wang and teacher Huang. They put a lot of effort to provide this great environment. We could study together and share our thoughts and practice together. It's a very great opportunity. I hope you can in the future you can bring your friends, your families, and create a better atmosphere for the study together. Our ultimate goal is to go into the Pure Land to join the Buddha's land realm. So, regarding myself, Master said regarding himself, he does serve different associations. Today here. Is honored to join this group. Wherever he goes, he feel like each one is like a family. There's no discrimination, or there's no difference. Everybody is equal, no matter what is age, what is the color, what race we are. We're like a family, and we hope can study together and going to our achieve our ultimate goal to the Pure Land together, turn to Buddha. Thank you.
阿弥陀佛。
恭送